Hello and welcome. My name is Christoph Pütz and I'm your IT career guide. In today's video, I want to talk about certifications, specifically the question, do you have to renew your certifications all the time? And the answer, of course, to that question, I have to say, it varies. So what is the reason why you are certified? Why have you become certified? Was it, as an example, to get into information technology? Or was it to acquire a certain skill to qualify for a job higher up? Or did you use it to change jobs and really move, let's say, from a help desk into a systems administrator role? Or are you trying to get into programming or AWS, Azure, cloud computing and really try to open up that door? So that's one reason to become certified. And then you are certified and a couple of years later that certification expires and well, you're working in that role and do you need to renew that certification or not? So there are a couple of thoughts that I have in that regards. So I used certifications in the past. I am still certified in ITIL at the moment. I have some certifications that have never expired, but I also had others that expired. And I used certifications really strategically. I used them initially to get into IT. So I was working, or actually my educational background was more on the finance and business side of things, not information technology. So I acquired several Microsoft certifications to show that I have the right knowledge. And then it took me several months, but I got into IT and then I used certifications to move from an IT support position into IT systems administrations, IT systems engineering. From there, I let many of my certifications expire because they didn't really help me. And it's like I let my work speak for the quality and the skills that I acquired through work and the work that I delivered. Then at one point I decided to change jobs and I went and I got certified again in a newer version of one of the Microsoft certifications and it helped me to land another job. And again, I let this expire and so I really used it strategically to really just have the right skill set on paper to support my work experience and the skills that I had acquired over the years, but to open the door to, I don't want to say impress the hiring manager, but sometimes that certification is just the additional seal of approval that you can show that, no, that person has that knowledge in that area and I can trust this certification, and it makes it easier as a decision for a hiring manager to hire you. So then there are situations where an employer requires certain certifications, and those are situations where, depending on what that requirement really means, is that you have to maintain that certification level. So in that case, so let's say you work for a consulting agency and the company says all our employees are certified in XYZ, and that probably means you have to carry the certification or acquire it fairly shortly after you got hired and then maintain that certification. So when it expires, that you have to go and take that renewal certification test or go and work at it from scratch. So those are situations where you don't have a choice. The question here in those situations is, who pays for the certification? Is it the employer or is it you? So that would definitely be something where I would go and talk to the employer and make sure, hey, it's your requirement. Are you picking up the fees for the exam certification and the study material, or maybe even send me to training? So that's one of those situations you don't have a choice. If you want to work in a certain company and they have that requirement, you need to stay certified. Hopefully they pay for it and you just have to spend the time to learn, to study, and then go and take the exam. So the other thought I have with certifications is, and I look at it from, okay, let's say you have a college degree in information technology. You went to college 10 years ago. Can you honestly say that what you learned in college 10 years ago in regards to information technology, that most of that knowledge is still current? And there are some fundamentals and those will always apply. But a lot of technology-related skills that that person acquired in college are most likely outdated. And well, does anyone ask you to retake your college degree because it is outdated? No, the answer is no. Nobody will ask you to do that. It's just common understanding. Oh, you have a college degree, and it doesn't matter if it's 1 year ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. It's just like, nope, you have that college degree. And that's kind of what I see with certifications as well. Is that certification still current several years after I took the exam? No, it is not. It's definitely outdated. Some fundamentals apply, but most of that, what I got certified in, is outdated. But does that mean that certification doesn't carry any value for me? I mean, your college degree still carries value, and so does the certification. So what you can do in that case really is put the certification on your resume and just put a date behind it. Don't even say that it is expired. If the company, if the hiring manager puts a lot of value in it, they can ask you, or they can check if that certification is still valid. So certifications have usually an exam number or certification number of some sort. I don't mean the number that actually recognizes you as the individual, but the version of that certification exam and course. They often carry like a version number, and it's easy to recognize if you know where to look. So what you can do really is put on your resume that you are a Microsoft certified systems administrator, and you just put the date behind it when you acquired that certification. Acquired in March 2013. So then the hiring manager just knows you went the extra mile, you got certified, you had that knowledge at that point, you went through the exam, you proved that you have the knowledge, then they look at your resume, and if your resume shows really like a growing curve of taking on more responsibility, working in higher roles, moving up the career ladder, for me as a hiring manager, that is good enough. I don't necessarily require that certification. It's a nice to have thing, but for me, it's not a hiring requirement. But if I can see, oh, you have a college degree in finance, you acquired several certifications over the course of your career. No, for me, that shows somebody that is motivated, that is hungry, that acquires knowledge here and there, but then lets the work speak for themselves, and the resume should reflect that. So that's how you can use certifications. Use them strategically, maybe renew if you want to. Certifications, from my perspective, have a great advantage when you want to learn new technology and you say, you know what, I go and follow that certification path to become certified. You follow a structured program. You don't have to go necessarily to training. But if you follow the official study material and you study and you prepare for this exam, you acquire knowledge in a very structured way. The way how the manufacturer or the owner of that certification envisioned it to be. So if you are not good with self-studies, just learning technology, use certifications to your advantage, because once you start going down that certification path, you follow the structure. You learn the right fundamentals. The certification is built on certain fundamentals and putting the knowledge into the right area so that you can A, understand it, B, prove that you understood it and that you are qualified enough to execute and use that certain technology. So that's a very helpful piece of certifications. Even if you don't want to become certified and you just use that study material, it still gives you that track, the direction, the foundation that you need. So I hope this introduction about do I need to renew my certifications was helpful. Please leave comments below if you have any questions, or what is your take on renewing certifications? Are you doing it because you feel obligated to do it? Do you really care when it expires? Do you freak out when it expires? Or what is your position in regards to certifications and when they expire? So I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so as well. I really appreciate it. And then I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye-bye.